Hey everyone, welcome to Journal Jumpstart. My name is Garrett Mizunaka, and today is November 15th, and we have a couple readings today. It's finishing up Job 41 and 42, and 2 Corinthians 1 to 2. Now, the book of Job explores the difficult question of God's relationship to pain and suffering, but yet invites us to trust God at the end of all of it. We see that here, that at the ending, that Job is asking God for an explanation of suffering, and then God says to trust him. And in the end, Job ends up submitting to God, and he gets everything back, not because of the good behavior, but because God is good. And that's just a little something to chew on. Just the idea of us trusting God in the midst of our suffering is one that we will always struggle with, yet always continually find the beauty of God in our relationship with Him as we continue on in our Christian life. Now we're going to go to 2 Corinthians 1 to 2, and this is a letter to the second letter to the Corinthian church that Paul wrote, and to assure them of his love, and to show them that suffering is a part of the Christian life. And things have been tense in this church because between the time of 1 Corinthians and this time that he's writing them a letter, he's visited the church in person since then, and he had to correct some things, and he refers to the painful visit, as it's called. And the idea of 2 Corinthians is that true Christian leadership isn't about self-promotion or status, and Paul likens himself to a slave to Jesus. And I wonder if we can walk away with something today, is that instead of walking around expecting God to do things for us, it's more of what we can do for God. And I wonder if we were to live our lives today as if we are a slave to Christ, rather than Christ being something that we ask to do things for us. And I pray that we would be humbled by this letter that Paul wrote so many years ago, and that it would speak to us the same as it did to the church back then. And with the question, how will I be different because of what I've read today? See you tomorrow.